Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where today we continue to hope that the necrophages decide we're not worth the trouble. I mean, realistically, that's what we're doing here. I mean, the fact that we have a standing army helps, but I'm definitely, like, I'm very nervous. We're going to be very nervous this whole time. Also, as soon as I loaded in the game, we failed the quest to assimilate the Drageshi first, so I guess somebody else did it. We were close to being able to do that. We might have done that. Actually, I do think I like the idea of assimilating the Drageshi a lot for us. I think that's very strong, because we don't have anything that's really equivalent to a light cavalry unit. The Dredge, the Delver unit, is certainly a good combat unit for us, but we have this Tene Walker that can serve much the same purpose. But we don't really have, like, it would be cool for our army to be Tene Walkers and also our archers and also some Dorgeshi skirmisher cavalry. I think that makes a pretty powerful thing. Anyway, before we get going too much, I did want to point this out. We could just barely see this on the map. We know that the brown player is over here. We don't know anything about them, but we do know that is where they are. Okay, so you have orders. You need to get over there. Oh, right. This is the this is the army that killed our other guy up north, isn't it? Have they finally gotten down here to do battle with us? Well, we can handle that. And for the moment, I guess we just continue on. We're going to finish Alchemy Workshop, and then from there, probably jump into meritocratic promotions so that we can push forward on our faction quest. And for the moment, assuming the necrophages don't decide to eat us, things are going pretty all right. Oh, also, right, the eclipse. Well, I think this is still 100% the correct thing to do. So that's the attack conflux. All right, you need to get attacked. Over here. You need to be making for this thing. You know, all this sharing is actually really nice. It is super nice to be able to tell where the enemies are, where we will be safe. But yeah, there's a cluster of ruins over here that we can grab, which is awesome. And in Suan, we begin to construct the settler, yeah? Think so. So obviously I would love to bounce everybody in that city over to industry. Okay, let's rebuild this village. If I move you both over to dust, then we can do this and only be at a minor loss, which might be okay for the moment. This is being presented to us as much more difficult than it actually should be in practice. So we just need everybody to be 4 tiles away, is all. Probably not there, though. Yeah, like this. Things are mighty tough. God, our units move so fast with the eclipse up. Oh, wow. Wasn't really expecting, you know... I thought they would move the minimum distance to be able to shoot instead of the wild thing that they did do. Well, you know what they're doing. They're forming the morale ball. I guess that's understandable. Okay. We did it. We avenged our unit. And as a reward, we have received 15 die, which is actually a pretty great reward to have received. There's no sense in firing a booster, but when we can fire 2 boosters, that's actually pretty significant. And that is a speed conflux, which is actually amazing news. Okay, I think we are... yeah, we're good. Let's run it like this. Ooh, look at all that. If we can find a movement conflux with this unit somewhere in this area, that'd be super helpful. it is potentially the case that even if there was another hostile Harmonite spawn out of the village that remains over here, we might be able to survive it. We wouldn't be able to, like, beat it in straight combat, but... Okay, so as far as searchable ruins go... Oof, I mean, there's some stuff way up north. Oh, wow, okay, yeah, but also we're this fast, so we can just do that. Okay, we got our... Okay, so actually, never mind what I was thinking about before, where it was like, well, do we want to save it until right before the settler goes down or something? We want to fire 2 boosters immediately, because that does a bunch of amazing things for us. First of all, yep, so we have received a Magte unit and also some emeralds. We have pacified our Delvers now, which is population for Selamont immediately. In addition, we get the Skull of the Caves, which totally rules. And then on top of that, hey, look at that. We completed the objective. And I think we have enough buildings that it makes sense to launch this, and also doing so makes us fervent. So, like, that's amazing. That's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I think we just go ahead and assimilate these Delvers. I wanna have the Delvers assimilated for long enough for us to earn the faction quest reward for them. Probably that did not need to be explained. Obviously, that's a very powerful thing. So, yep, we continue up here. We're gonna get to search some stuff. Where is my my Magte unit? Oh, that is the Magte unit. You're just coming home. We definitely want the hero to be the one doing the searching here. And yeah, it is time to pick this up. And as soon as we finish this Delver village, it's probably time to build 2 dredges. So if I pull everybody off of dust here, wow, it makes a big difference, and it doesn't actually change the build time on those dredges all that much. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Like I keep saying, things are going pretty well, as long as the necrophages don't annihilate us. Okay, I am worried about the army that we saw there. So let's just make sure we grab this before anything else can happen. It was 60 dust and also 80 dust. That's pretty good news. And Erkin has emerged. Chaka way to the west. I was really hoping that the Draken would expand to Yerian. They don't want to have a border with Red. I mean, understandable. But still, a huge disappointment. The Dish of Canuck. Okay, that's fine. Wolfbane the Shepherd, probably useless. Less fine, in fact. Well, we should search that and then probably turn around, because we don't want to get stranded up here. Once the eclipse ends and we lose the movement conflux and the faster forest movement, it's going to be not ideal. Gift 8 die. Do we have 8 left? No, yes, we do have 8 left. I might actually do that on the way back. I think we probably should do that on the way back. Okay. Our settler is going to search that. And I don't know if we are going to have necessarily the amount of influence that we want. Well, let's get the 3rd city down, because that's, like, critically important. Gosh, I hope the eclipse doesn't end before we've made most of the run. And we'll figure it out from there. We'll figure it all out later. Is that is an empowering conflux? I mean, it's still good. Okay, these ruins just got searched by Red. So actually, probably want to go this way. Scary though. And I mean, at some point, this ranger is just going to be caught and killed. And I don't know that it's reasonable for us to expect her to get back home. Megapole was constructed by Blue. Whoever Blue is. I'm going to guess Colt or Mycera or something. All right, there's a lot of pearls up here, which is awfully nice. Oh, well, that's another ruin. I feel like we got to go get that. That's one we've not even seen before. We get to double search this one. And now I think we got to turn around. But we made an awful lot of money. Okay. Colonize the region because there's a weapon mod and a great mound of glass steel. Actually, I guess we hadn't searched this before either. That seems unlikely. I'm going to do this turn in with the hero, though, because we can get a little bit more XP there. You pop out, and you have some running to do. Take advantage of the fast forest movement here. In Suan. Let's get that up. And at this point, we have... the geomic labs become much more sensible at this point. We have expanded into some more enchanted forest. I'm a big fan of the suggestion that science and magic are the same thing. The enchanted forest gives bonus science because, like, I think generally that's a fantasy idea that is kind of interesting, but also, like, in this setting, we know that it's actually literally true. Oh, that volcano former quest is happening. That's interesting. So that's a pair of Harmonite. If they want to get out of the water and fight me, I'm actually fine with it. Alright, how does this quest work again? Per contribution... Okay, so all tiles are -1 food right now. And helping to remove that obviously would be good, but at the same time, we really do have places to be. How long would it take us to knock this thing out? Oh, we'll get it. Okay. Okay, that's fine. They just didn't attack. Which I'm pretty surprised by. Oh, look, it's hostile enemies. Hostile enemies? The worst kind of enemies. And also this ruin got searched. Man. Okay, well, this is not ideal. So yeah, the volcanic ash, that's something we're going to have to deal with at some point. You are just headed, yeah, probably to the capital. It'll be good for us to get some roads up. Okay, so now we get to our settling place even if the eclipse does end, which is pretty okay. And we're doing pretty well on cash. Well enough to hire a hero for their third city? Yes, probably yes. Not a super, like, winner around here, unfortunately, on that front. And we're extremely far from new heroes showing up, too. Yeah. Well... Influence boost 1 is pretty not great. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do on that. That seems bad. So I guess, like... I mean, technically you should keep running, but I don't know that it matters anymore. You might be done for. Alright. We triumphed. And Ciela Tocho gained a level. Also a triumph. Triumphs all around, friends. What is next? Central Market? Let's do roads and then market. The, do we see any more of the volcano formers? No. Oh, interesting. We do see brown... roving clans settling in and penning the necrophages in. Well, that's really cool and interesting if the necrophages don't get to eat them and gain a bunch of resources for free. So yeah, nothing else we can do about that. Let's just get y'all back down here because we have important work for you to do in the near future. This is for sure the right settle. Like I said, you're probably just going to the capital. Yeah, I guess it's slow going no matter which way. All right, so I think our faction quest pace is fine so far. Is there anything that we want to do? I'm going to go ahead and launch the emeralds because we won't be able to after we expand anyway. And they'll buy me a little bit of bonus approval. And then let's go ahead and commit this. Right? What is the payout there? Show me the numbers. 417, 11, 2. Obviously, that's partially spiked by the event. It's not bad. It's not a bad start. And we already have our free population, which is always great. So, hero-wise, with the exclusive heroes expiring being so very far away, it probably makes sense to just pick up a hero who's not ideal. Dust efficiency 2 is not like horrible. And Jocelyn Duvall is level 3. Plus resource on deposit. Does this region have much? It just has the glass steel, right? But it might be good to develop a Broken Lord hero for this reason, and then we can swap them into, like, if we end up only having one region that has Adamantian or whatever. Glanda looks like a pretty good settle. I mean, we have time now to expand northward, probably. We've sort of, like, bought ourselves that space. You know what? I don't think that this is terrible. Let's grab the Jocelyn Duvall. It's going to make things a little tricky dust-wise for a minute, but we'll get there. So extra dust from river. Sadly, I do not believe that counts a lava river. And also the terrain here does not have much in the way of dust on it naturally, so, you know, that's something. Yeah, this is it. It is a river of lava, but it's not a river, you know? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So, now that we have 3 cities, what are we looking at influence-wise? I mean, obviously we want to get to, like, here or maybe even there. We could afford to drop that. 180 is doable. 240 would be better. And as things stand right now, we are totally going to pass 180. 240 is a challenge for sure. Yeah, that would not be easy to do. So we managed to maintain fervency in the capital, just barely, thanks to the Emerald boost. This place is only happy due to the Emerald boost, so okay, yeah, that was good. That was good moves. Let's get some of this stuff going, and our hero needs to check out this region. Well, our hero needs to advance our faction quest, and then we can do other stuff. Do I want to meet Brown? My concern with meeting Brown is that if they decide to be jerks to us, and like, as long as they don't know us, they can't market ban us, is all I'm thinking. Oh, sure, we did that. I'm not gonna be concerned about this. It'll happen when it happens. All right, our unit is going to get caught, unfortunately. This is actually pretty good for us in Suan. Well, we can retreat. Looking at the terrain here, it's hard to imagine staying alive against this thing. We have the health to retreat, but 1, 2, 3, 4. He's just going to catch up with us again next turn, so may as well. Yeah. Okay. Just do your best to play keep away. We got to keep him moving through this this forest of expensive tiles as much as possible. I have failed. No, I guess I have to go here to live. Yep, and now we get to keep him at a distance for a minute longer. Really not doing very much damage, but didn't take any damage either. So, you know, kind of good. Gonna have to pull it again next turn. And now that this is done in Suwan, I kind of, even though this is going to kill my approval, like, we have to make this city powerful. We want to gain the anomaly, and we need to start building toward that longer term goal of being able to level districts and stuff. So I think let's go ahead and do this. Bang that out in 2 turns and then start building our roads. Yeah. We can go ahead and drop off the die on our way past here. And actually, it's better that we... I wasn't thinking about this, but it's better that we exactly reproduce the conditions of this fight, because we know we can win this way. God, I did so little damage. Yeah, we can just repeat the exact same sequence of moves and be fine. 0. Come on. This thing is gonna live forever. Okay. Now move. And it'll chase us, and we'll have to kill it next turn, and hopefully we'll actually be able to do that. Okay. And we're arriving at, like, just exactly at the moment, which is cool. Do I want to just knock this out now? We won't get the garrison of Selamont or Kothian. We may as well wait until we have troops. Okay, 2 cities finishing their important builds right as Imperial Highways unlocks. Very high value. These are getting a little desperate, dust-wise. You know, we really, really need the trade routes. Gee, I wonder who this was. Actually, yeah, it says an unknown empire. That is still potentially Brown. Brown is not yet known to us. Alright, so let's get those rolling immediately. If I move some people off of industry here, can I keep 2 turns? I guess it doesn't need to be 2 turns. It doesn't help for these cities to get the roads done until we have both of them done. So the question is, what does it take to get 3 turns here? Okay, so that's pretty harsh. If I keep moving people off of industry onto dust... Okay, that's not too bad. We established the trade route all at once here. Okay, there's my 4 ranged and 2 minor faction units. So that works out pretty well. And then it's like, do we want to research the ability to make friends? Nah, we probably need to get our approval levels up. Okay. It is possible that I could just get the kill here. It would be so cool. Okay, this is the part where it gets scary. Oh, we're so close, we're so close, and if you don't kill him here, he is going to hit you, so... Okay. 80 dust from that. Because that's the reward for my ruin search. I mean, I kind of think I want to go meet Brown. Because I want to be able to make deals with Brown. Although, obviously, we can't talk Brown into going to war with Red. But if Brown and Red do go to war, I do need to know that. So I need to have diplomatic vision of Brown. Oh, we have Purple over here as well. Actually, Purple's empire seems quite large. Yeah, let's go say howdy. If they ban me from the market, I'll be sad. It's just... That's all there is to that. Alright, and this unit is kind of bad, but nobody has to know that. All they have to know is that it puts one extra body in my garrison. Red is closing their borders to me. I honestly have been behaving as though those were closed already. Cool. I'm sure we tied. The 3 different factions got 1 volcano former each, so... Cool. Dust and Palladian. Food production's back to normal, which is great news for us. This is great as well. So get those 2 Delver units into the capital once I'm done with them for the quest. There we go. 15 emeralds. Make sure there are no enemy units alive in Celamont in 5 turns to gain survival instinct. So I believe the deal with this is we're going to get spawns. And we just have to make sure they're all dead by the time the timer runs out. Does it make sense to go... You know what? I am, in fact, going to go straight to right-of-way here. It's just a really powerful building. And especially, like, if we actually want to be able to move between these 3 cities, anytime other than eclipse time, this is going to be, like, very problematic, right? God, winter is going to hurt. That was going to be bad. Is that really not enough to meet Brown? I mean, this'll do it. Okay, a fine day it is for commerce and conversation in that order. How do you do commerce without the, like, how do you lead with that? I'm not even sure. Okay, so we probably want to be pretty careful with our dredges here. We want them to live. 1, 2, 3, 4, but you're not in a position where you'll be able to attack. Yeah, so we'll do this. We may as well morale ball. Maximum morale on everyone. And I may have the Delvers just not move, honestly. So you can run up here and attack that guy. You could run here and attack that guy. Yeah, I may in fact have the Delvers not move. Because I don't want them to eat the counterattack. Actually, hold on. If we're all shooting this dude, are we sure that... I'm going to give less specific orders. Just in case we rolled a bunch of high damage, you know, in case that dude was not alive anymore for his turn. Okay. So you attack there, you attack there. Same deal. Oh, right, we even have 1 more archer this time. Okay, I think I am just going to break the dredges off now and have them go to the capital immediately. Cuz yeah, they're not going to be necessary for this process. And they could be providing XP to the capital hero, who I think is a more important hero to get XP on even than our commander. And you just kind of like sit in a place where you can see most of Selamont, and yeah. Okay, I think all of that is good. So let's take a quick moment here. Are you at war with Red? No. You have not met Red yet. That's interesting. That won't hold very long, I'm sure. I'm going to conspicuously not take their pearl. I think that's important. Okay, there we go. We get some basic roads up, and then we need to figure out some things. What did I do? Oh, I did this already. Cool. So if I get back here, I'll get some units for it, but I don't know, like, I don't know what I would do with them, and they'll just die immediately. Everything's run out except the gold, and I am going to rerun the gold. Yeah, now that the roads are up, you'll get there really quickly. Here in Selamont. Got some important building we could be doing. And we have glass steel mining up, so I guess we should get on the public granary. We still don't actually have any luxury extractors, so for the moment, switching our assimilation to the Dorgeshi is not valuable. Yeah, I think we're gonna take... Ooh. I just realized... If we take this empire plan, we are going to have some problems with dust. We have a whole city of people who are relying on that to keep us running. So do I have enough bodies that I can get us to oh yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. We'll get to 240. And even a little over is probably a good idea. And build this for sure. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you can see green's border. Still don't know anything about blue. Do I want to just try to kill this Silix village? I guess there's not really any benefit to doing so, right? Now that my hero's not down here, there's no, yeah. I guess the only thing that this unit is potentially useful for, and it is a real thing, is hanging out here until winter starts, and then snatching as many pearls as I can from this corner of the map. And we probably will not have very long to wait on that. Alright, so let's commit to this plan. And then probably go ahead and pull everybody back to their other jobs, because gosh, we have some important stuff to do. Chaka has been claimed by unknown empire. Blue is Mycera. Okay. Not a big surprise. This, on the other hand, is a big surprise. I don't think I actually want to fight that. No, I think I want to retreat here. Get you ensconced safely within the garrison. Ah, the cowardice. Okay. These units, these are from our quest, though. These units are going to try to be in Selamont, so we have to make sure that doesn't happen. And when I attack them here, we'll get to use Suan's garrison, so that's cool. Get in there, heal up. So the city has to be producing 145 dust in order to advance the Delver quest, which is pretty close to doable. Yeah, it's not ideal. We may have to, honestly, we may have to get, you have to keep the Delvers assimilated the entire time. That's rough. Oh wait, these units, they're not dead yet, right? The roaming army here, so I don't actually want to be on that side of the line. Let's declare war on you as quickly as possible. Yeah, we have to keep the Delvers assimilated the entire time we have the quest in our log, and I am afraid that we're not going to be able to get to where we need to get on Suan's population, or on Suan's dust output, until we have more technology, which obviously is pretty not ideal. Okay, let's do this. So this is a little worse for us, of course, because these are cavalry units. We can fight from across the water, though, with most of them, most of our units. How much movement do you have? 5? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's, yeah. I'm going to put our hero over here, not because this is a good place to fight from, but because I can block. And then I don't actually want the Delvers involved in the combat if it's avoidable. Okay, kind of what I figured they would do. Wow, good shot. Yeah, aside from that, this is pretty much all. Yep. So they have their shields, but they are somewhat insufficient. Okay, I believe that's going to be it. I don't think there should be another spawn, so we should get movement on our faction quest here. Absolutely, without question. Without question, no payment needed. I am overjoyed to be your friend. Okay, this is going to be a good turn here. In terms of buildings finishing, this is a strong one. Most turns are not that good. So at this point, city's outputting 123. Yeah, the best thing we're going to be able to do for this city at this point, 136, still not good enough, is population focus and just get more bodies. Raise a new city center and a new district to their level 2. So this one works kind of in a funny way, right? We've seen this before. Here, what I think we want to do is just build... I mean, we want to get our granary down, but then we want to build burrows. Like, we do need to get something to level 2. So, this, I think, is the next build we take. And then we build here, and it gets a city center to level 2. And then we build there, and it gets a district to level 2. And I believe that that will work, even though the city center's not new since the beginning of the quest, because what it means is one that's not already level 2. I don't love the wording, and I'm sure I've expressed that many times in the past. Alright, let's go ahead and figure out what's up with this region. And Kothian's roads allow us to now... I mean, winter's taking forever. The second we build that seed storage, it's going to happen, though. I feel fairly confident. Let's get the central market built. We can take that city's approval level higher. And if we don't need to be doing this right now, then it would really be, yeah, it'd be best to just rush these buildings up. And you're pretty much just waiting. So our science income's pretty solid. We don't really have the resource incomes to make weapons anyway, so that feels a little not ideal. I often skip Glory of Empire, but I wonder if this will be a good opportunity for it. Now, you know what? Because we do intend to swap our simulations eventually, probably it would be a good idea to have this technology. And right now we have, like, our building queues are busy. It's good to research something we don't have to build to get the advantage of it. And that is a second luxury resource. So I think that makes sense. We got to settle this region almost certainly. We have already pacified the villages here and everything. Like, it'll be wise. A diplomatic offer has come in. No, what? Why? I don't care about your border. I like that they're offering to open the border to us, though. Like they're in a deal-making mood instead of just demanding the gold from us, which would probably be an obvious precursor to war. So we're going to have to fight these snakes. That's the thing that's just true. We may as well get it over with. We might actually take some damage here, potentially. So we want people on the forest tiles. How much movement do you have? Just 2? All right, so if we manage to burn down the front vine snake, then this is actually very safe. And yeah, it looks like we're gonna be fine on that count. Let me take 1 hit here, not a big deal. Okay, and this region has glass steel. That's actually excellent. Yep. So we should be building a settler from somewhere, probably Celamont. Doesn't make sense to build a granary and then a settler. Let's make that happen. Build the granary. I mean, we can put the granary in the queue. We know that's coming after, right? How close are we to moving into the next era? Still a ways. What is this? Oh, have a level 8 hero, right? As ever, as ever. That's, yep. I've produced 4,000 dust. Obviously not a thing that's gonna happen. Gosh, y'all, I am starving all of a sudden. Not directly related to the thing that's happening here. Apologies. It just hit me like a ton of bricks. Okay. So we're going to have to reconfigure some things dust-wise, I'm sure. But for the moment, let us focus on potentially gaining some pearls here. Okay. Excellent news. Common friends, beautiful stuff. Okay. Minus influence cost of assimilation on Empire is cool in theory, not actually useful for us due to the quest. So Kothayan. Let's get some basics established here. 1 to 19 turns on this winter. It's hard to tell. That's a range for sure. Oh no. Oh, I am having a terrible feeling that I was going to do something and that I have forgotten what it was. And it's probably important, whatever it is. You know, we really only need to boot enough people to stay... Yeah, let's just not be bleeding. I think I'm okay with that. Okay. Yeah, I really want to... All right. I hate to do this. I may potentially cut the episode just a tiny bit short. Because, gosh, I'm hungry all of a sudden. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a chromatic land. I mean, this is not a great region for settling in terms of, like, the city itself is probably not going to be very strong. A compliment. Wow, you don't see a lot of that. So this means they want to offer us peace, but they can't afford it right now. So they're trying to lower the cost of sending the peace offer, which is great news for us, obviously. Tlatomosi is leveling up very quickly in a way that totally rules. We actually are going to need more population here, like, very soon, in order to keep building out the districts. So I guess the husbandry center should go next. Oh, please don't be mad at me. I took that right in front of them. Let's hope they stick to their plan as far as offering me friendship. So let's see here. That's District 2. So we're going to be able to build one more borough at our current population level, I believe. But we're going to have to get to 8 to build the one that finishes the faction quest. So we can probably stay devoted to industry for right now. We'll jump to food later. Yeah, I'm going to get the hell out of your way. This is obviously your territory. I am trying to make friends over here, and also I desperately want you to cage Red as much as possible. Okay, we didn't do that. We didn't find anything in the ruin. Ipsawacha's getting into the good skill points. Absolutely wonderful. Let me just keep this pinned up here. I'm not super likely to forget, but you know. No, that's ridiculous. Of course I'm super likely. It's me. Of course I'm super likely to forget. Okay, we're just going to get out of their way. So it looks to me like the settlement's just going to be kind of crummy over here. As unfortunate as that is. It is going to have a couple of points of free population and stuff, so that's good. That's a war declaration, potentially. They have an army right there and an army right there. What would it cost to close my borders? I mean, we can afford it. You're not at war with anyone. I'm going to close my borders. We might need our hero to come home. This army probably needs to come home. Yeah. Am concerned. So this, we may have to build units here, actually. Okay. The Draken and Red do have a shared border now. Do we have a sense of their relative military strengths? Red is leading, but not by that much. It does bounce their units backward a little bit, so hopefully it... And we just added a body to our garrison. Is that the declaration? That is the declaration. Okay, so that's pretty bad news. Unwanted oxidation is a... I mean, this is a terrible time for strategic stuff to start costing more. Like, right after our enemies have built a military, but right before we were going to build more units. Not that we have the ability to make stuff out of strategic gear anyway. And they've just attacked the capital, so... We're doomed. Yeah, 2 full armies plus a city garrison. Well, I think that's the game, honestly. If we lose Suan here, yeah, I think we're just dead. We will run our forces back and try to... Gosh, even having the hero army back here, I don't know I don't know if it would matter very much. I was gonna say, I don't think that's actually searchable. That's a questing. Yeah, starting next to the necrophages is just like, you're not in control of whether you survive. There's no way to build an army that's large enough to withstand an early game necrophage push with the AI having endless bonuses. So... Holy shit. Look at the stats on their units. What on earth? It's turn 47. Yeah, the necro drones are just as dangerous. Oh, sorry, that was a necro drone. The necro drones are dangerous. The foragers are less so. They have some battleborn here who are, it looks like, out of date. It looks like an older battleborn. Their units are all disease immune. So the Zushajun is just a dead unit. Oh, and we don't get the ability to control pacing at all. Like they're going to get to go first. Well, I mean, there's not a play for us that's better than everybody in the village, everybody in the city. Who is the first necro drone? Okay. I think every one of our ranged units has to be focused on the same... we don't really have that many ranged units. Well, I mean, all of our units have to be focused on the same necro drone. We have to try to get some kills here. Oof, yeah. We could have tried appeasement. It's not fully impossible that we could have gotten them to back off in exchange for technology. No, it totally is. Because when I closed my borders to them, I spent all my influence. Had we not done that, and we had instead traded them as much tech as we could for peace, we could have bought time potentially for our heroes army to get back, but like if you look at the way this is going, I don't think it would matter. And we had a start here where I had time to build way more military units than I usually do in the early game, and even so, like there's no surviving this push, I don't think. So we lose our capital, which is a huge percentage of our total resource output and is required for our faction quests because we don't have any districts anywhere else. Yeah, that's the game. That's really bad luck. Starting next to endless necrophages is really bad luck. And what we needed was for another player to get involved with them before they attacked us, and it just didn't happen for us. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if this is a thing I could have worked around. If like, to what degree is this my fault? Because if it is something we could have won around, then like obviously I need to figure that out so that I can do it next time. But I really don't think we had a hope here, because like if we had built another army or two worth of units, I mean, we still would have gotten run the hell over. And the more time we spend building units, the less time we're spending building like science and industry buildings. So we would have been technologically and industrially further behind where we are now in exchange for some units that couldn't possibly have had the stats to withstand combat. And we just didn't like, we did not start in a place where we could pull enough titanium out of the ground to equip our units in any meaningful way, even if we had gone for the tier 2 weapons tech, because glass steel weaponry doesn't do anything. It pretty much just boosts your initiative. So yeah, that's a real bummer. Like it's demoralizing to lose that way, but I think that is what happened. I think we were not able to do very much about that. Sad. When you come back next time tomorrow, we're just gonna be trying again. I'm gonna give this Wild Walker thing like one more go, and then at the end of that game, I'm talking like it's already for sure gonna end in failure. We'll see what I think is the next move from there. We may jump over to trying Kapaku or Morgar or something. We may give the Vaulter strategy a go. We're gonna get beat. We're gonna get walloped a couple of times here, probably while we're figuring it out. But that doesn't mean we're not gonna make it. So come back next time tomorrow for that second first step. Don't you want to bear witness? And we'll see you then.